So here we are at Seniors Chorfest in Sydney, and we have an unexpected bonus. You've sort of materialized and said that you're doing some research with senior singers, with lifelong singers, and this is definitely the audience that needs to hear that message. So tell me, what brought you to that kind of research?
Well, it happens that Inez, who is coordinating this whole project, has an office 2 doors down from me at the University of Victoria. And so she started talking about her preparations for this and her, well, I don't know what angst, but her her preparations for this. And I was really excited to share with her. I had just given a talk called the Dean's Lecture at the Public Library for people about this new project that I'm starting with a choir for persons over 65. And I'm starting to meld the research related to people over 65 in terms of their physical health and their cognitive health, and how it relates to singing in a choir, singing in general, but also in Tai Chi, which is my other area of research, and how I might be able to combine those two and have an experience where we're enhancing people who are maturing their age and their physical abilities in a gentle way that's not necessarily what we necessarily relate to as Western society as physical activity, but it's certainly healthy based on the research. And I thought this would be a great place at Chorfest to share that news and also let people know that there is research out there to help that experience.
Yeah. So are you just at the beginning of this research process yourself, or are you actually quite far along in it?
I'm far along in that. I've already gathered all the research that's out there to say, what do we know about the benefits of Tai Chi Chuan, and what do we know the benefits of singing in a choir? And then now there hasn't really been a choir that actually puts that all into play. So we're going to be starting at St. Andrew's Presbyterian downtown Victoria twice a week for probably about an hour and a half. Well, they'll do a little bit of Tai Chi, a little bit of movement with me, and then we'll do some choral singing. And maybe the outcome may not necessarily be a concert, but it's the process of singing. Sure. And we'll be measuring all our participants and seeing how they do cognitively and physically throughout the process.
Wow. So do you do this in a team? Like, are you going to have a group of people helping you with the analysis and stuff?
Yes, we have people at the Center of Aging. It's basically a focus place for people in research in all the different areas, whether it be kinesiology, psychology, and all of us have special interests about aging related to our various areas. And so obviously mine combines multi-disciplines, and so I'll be collaborating with various professors in that research area, and we'll see what comes. It's very exciting.
No, this is very cool. And ultimately, is this leading to a book? Is this leading to a document of some sort? Something written that you could share with us?
Well, certainly. I mean, obviously the process is to share all the news that we find and information we find, and it probably will go out on the websites before it ever hits a book. But eventually, I think we need to put it down to writing and to share what we know, so that we can, hopefully people will take that and build upon that knowledge and provide more, because our general population is aging. There's such a big population there, and so many of them are doing physical things, but not necessarily cognitive things to help their memory and help related to Alzheimer's and dementia, all that gamut of
that whole spectrum.
Right.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. So is this what you're going to be doing with us later on this afternoon? You're actually going to start to get into some of these topics, or is this going to be a lecture demo kind of thing?
I'm just going to share with them some of the things we're doing. Basically, how I operate a rehearsal is to demonstrate the process of keeping their minds active. I never let my choir sit. We call it in education off-task behavior. Choir singers come to choir to sing, not to listen to the choir director preach. And so I try to keep a really fast pace, keep everybody singing all the time, keep them thinking, keep them watching, so that their brain is always active, and physically they're active, but also that they're thinking about being active as they're going through the process. And that affects the music. Ultimately, it's about the music for us choral people, but the fact that it actually is benefiting them physically and mentally is a really big bonus, I think.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you. I'm very much looking forward to this. Thanks, Adam.
You're welcome.